technology has come a long way in recent years, but the search is always on to get more information about the exhibits to each visitor. The University of Salford, in conjunction with the Museum of Science and Industry, have developed a system which does just that. It's called My Guide, and Professor Nigel Lynch can tell us how it works.
My Guide is a new form of multimedia visitor information system for visitors to the Connecting Manchester Gallery within the Museum of Science and Industry. It's a handheld guide which, as visitors walk around the museum, will provide additional information about the exhibits on show. And because it's multimedia, that additional information can be in the form of audio, images as well as video. So as you walk around the museum and look at an exhibit or a display case, what you will see in it is a My Guide scan logo. You place your PDA close to that logo, it reads the RFID tag and then displays information about that object in a fairly typical website type format. So you'll be shown categories, for example the Manchester story, how it works, impact on communications. You click on those and then you'll get more information about that object. And that information can be audio, but it can also provide additional images and video of that object. And this is great for museums because they can only display so much information using conventional display panels. This way, through the My Guide, you can display far more information about an object and also more objects themselves because you can have lots of images as well.
The big technical issue that we had was the handover with the Wi-Fi. Because the content's all delivered over the Wi-Fi network, what you need is enough Wi-Fi coverage to cover the whole space. Now you can't cover it with just one access point, so then you get into the issue of you need to be able to roam around from one access point to another. And the main technical issue that we were dealing with quite a lot throughout the project was the switching between one access point down in the kind of entrance area and the main gallery space. So we tried lots of different things to get over this. We used a high gain antenna on one of the access points, and we also used a different type of access point.
My Guide comes straight out of the research we've been doing at the university into what's called context-aware systems. Imagine you have a mobile phone. The more that phone knows about you, where you are, what you're doing, the more it can tailor the service that it delivers to you. If you take that basic concept of context awareness, My Guide is an example of it. Because My Guide knows where you are in the gallery, it can send the right information to you at that moment in time. So that was the underlying research which I led and supervised PhD student, and we had an EPSRC research project on that. With the Partnerships for Public Engagement, which has funded the development of My Guide, I'm what's called the Principal Investigator, which means that basically I am the main contact point on the grant and the person responsible for project management and delivery of the project. My Guide is working. It's delivering a service at the museum. I think the people who have used it have all agreed that it's given them extra pleasure out of the gallery because it's given them so much more information. They find it relatively easy to use. So there are always issues with technology like this. It's new technology, so there are one or two technical teething problems we've had to deal with. It's also a new technology for the museum. So they themselves have had to learn how to adapt and exploit the technology as well. So the Museum of Science and Industry adopting My Guide is actually at the forefront of museums in the UK at least of using technology like this to improve the visitor experience.